Yeah, good morning, fellow gamers. I am back, Moth OP. But anyways, I know it's been some time since I've streamed. I did stream Anthem, the VIP beta, but I mean a game that I actually really play. And Division is one of those games that I've always liked. I've been a Division fan since day one. That and Destiny, but this is not about Destiny. It's about Division. Uh, some of the things keep in mind. This will be my opinion, and I don't think really what I have to say is going to be negative. It's just going to be some of the pros and the cons of this game as far as like the playability of it. Like when I first looked at this game, view wise, beautiful. I like the way it's put together. It stayed true to that that dark theme that they have with the vision, that disparity, that sense of like everything is just in shambles, and somehow by being the hero you're gonna make it up out of it. So I like that style. Now the bad thing, which will affect me at the end of this gameplay, is the fact that things are off. You know what I mean? I'm not used to the movement, and the movement, don't get me wrong, is like really good as far as like when it's not laggy, and that's one of the things that throws me off about this game is the lagginess. And keep in mind, like I said, this is just a beta and this is the closed beta, so I'm sure by the time the open beta come, they should have things, if not totally taken care of, they will be taken care of, so it might be a lot easier on you and your eyes, and everything else that you throw into this game when you do get a chance to play it. But you'll notice when you get into skirmish, it's kind of like when I stepped into skirmish, I stepped in at level 2, and I just felt like I was just not being outplayed, but I just wasn't on the same playing field as other players. Like if you step into skirmish with lackluster weapons, you're gonna get destroyed. Now keep in mind, there is weapons that do stand out. Like I picked up a Vector. I thought it was a Vector 45, but it's a Vector something. It shoots 9mm bullets, but the only downside, the only difference between, well, no, there's a vast difference between this and the Vector AC, no, the Vector 45 ACP or whatever. I think it was an ACP. Keep in mind, I may be a little off. It's been a while, but since I actually used the Vector. But when I did pick up the Vector, I noticed one clear thing about it: the rounds per minute. It's actually spits really fast. But see, the downside to that is they may have increased. I mean, it still suffers from the same as the old one, lack of ammo. And with the Vector, this new Vector, or maybe an offset of that. Or maybe this Vector has been around and just they just implemented in this game. But I noticed with that one, it spits real fast, which the RPM I said, but the lack of ammo, like it only holds 20 in the clip, and if you 19, but when you reload it, for some reason it'll pop up to 20. So that's the only downside to that weapon. But it is up close. It seems like it's not exactly how excuse me, my nose is a little off, but it's not exactly how it played out in other videos as far as like the way weapon and the time, the TTK and all of that. Like other videos made it seem as if you die really quick, but in fact, in this game, it's not actually like that. It seems in some instances that it may have been due to the fact that my weapons were only like level 2s, but and that's what I really wanted to talk about, the fact that you're not on the same playing field. You're supposed to be on the same playing field from my understanding, but you're not. You're not going to be on the same playing field. So if you step in there with a level 2 weapon, you're going up against a level 6, which you would assume in skirmish it would make no difference, but yeah, it does. And because of that, I felt like I struggled a lot to put people down with the Vector. I was in their face most of the time and was doing minimum damage, and it seemed like they were dropping me really quick. Now they also got a variant of the AUG, and the variant of the AUG is actually really good. In fact, you can hit targets from a long distance. That it feels as if you're using an auto rifle. An assault rifle. So that one is gonna be clean. I have a feeling that one, the the AUG maybe, I won't say meta because this is really too early to declare that title, but just the way it plays, I'm assuming that it's gonna have its place. The Vector will too. It just depends on who's actually wielding it. It's like, if you can hit all your shots, you'll make it count. But if you miss your shots even by a little bit, you know, if a couple of bullets go off course, you're not going to benefit from that weapon. It's going to take somebody that's real accurate, somebody that enjoys being within close proximity to another player and feels confident with engaging other players, you know, up close. Because outside of that, you're going to be sadly, you're going to be outgunned. You know what I mean? And for the most part, I was able to compete when I used the AUG with other assault rifles, and seeing that this is an SMG going against an assault rifle at long range, well, not long range, but like medium range, you know what I mean? But outside of the normal distance that you would use an SMG. So the AUG, to me, as of right now in this beta, is a standout. So if you do happen to pick one up, if you do play this beta, keep it, you know what I mean? Unless you have to upgrade and, you know, constantly up your level, whatever, keep it. But during the beginning, if you're going into skirmish, because it kills AI quick. So just imagine, like, when you do pick that up, not even imagine because I told you I have one, but I think in this gameplay I'm actually switched over to the AUG or one of them. But yeah, so if you use the AUG, you're gonna be well off. If you use the Vector and you're unable to hit your shots, you're dead. And this, don't get me wrong, it's like, I know that this is a little premature in order to put this video out. I'm not saying meta, I'm not using any words of that nature. I'm just saying there's certain weapons that, as of this beta, are standout. Who knows, you know, it depends. When weapons are too good, sometimes they get nerfed. So, you know, maybe somebody in the comment, if you're playing the beta, can tell me whether this weapon is truly viable or if I'm just overhyping this weapon. Another one to look out for is the MK17. A lot of people that played Division 1 know that the MK17 was a little lackluster, just due to the simple fact that it didn't burst you down as fast. It is a marksman rifle. And it has a lot of kick. It likes to kick directly up, you know what I mean? So that weapon made it hard to manage. But as you can see in this shot right here, I am using it. It is hard to hit headshots from a distance without having a scope on it. I wasn't able to pick up a scope at that time, because after this I pretty much went into skirmish and stayed there, so I haven't really progressed too far through the story. But the MK17, I'm going to say again, it's probably going to be one of those weapons that people are going to want to pick up. You'll notice, maybe not in this, but like maybe in another video I put out, or maybe in one of my live streams that I put out earlier, you'll see the numbers popping off of it. It is able to clear out ads like really fast. But at long distance it's hard because, like I said, without the scope and the way the recoil kicks up, it makes it a little hard to hit those shots perfect. Well, depending on who you are, especially on console, it's like it's one of those that's like up in the air. But it is manageable. Now they got another one that I was able to see. Excuse me, my allergies. But it was another rifle that I was able to see, and in fact, it's not even a marksman rifle. I thought it was, but I think it fell in the category of an assault rifle. That one is pretty good. I'll give it to that one. The MK16 is really good, but the MK17, the Vector 9mm, it's not even a 45. This one's going to be a 9mm, and it spits really fast. But the downside, like I said, it only has 19. The AUG holds 30 in the mag. It shoots like an assault rifle. It hits from assault rifle distances. And these are the ones that I were able to pick up. There's other assault rifles I picked up, but I haven't really been able to get into them. Now, another weapon that I seen stand out that I was getting killed by a lot, which is that it was a green, but it was an LMG. Absolutely, whoever this guy was, he was destroying my team. Like, he was destroying my team. And also there's another one that you might want to look out for. Like I said, this is premature and this is just a beta, but I'm just giving you an idea of weapons that might be a lot more viable to use in certain situations. Like I said, with the SMG, you know, you can use that in skirmish, because SMGs are one of those weapons that people use in order to burst people down really fast. But now the Vector, like I said, it the lack of ammo, like, kind of, you know, makes you have to be on point. You have a little bit of leeway with the AUG because it hits up to long distance. It's supposed to be close engagements, medium range, but it can hit at a distance. So I don't know if you'll see that in this video when I do actually go into PvP, but yeah, so basically them are the weapons that stand out, but they got the showstopper in here. I don't know if that's the name that is called or if it's a variant of that, but it resembles, not only resembles, it looks identically to well, identical, sorry, to the showstopper. They got that one, and they got another, the double barrel. The double barrel is another strong one. Some of these shotguns are extremely powerful. I didn't see too many real perks on it outside of, like, you know, some of them. Well, no, mostly all of them have something with critical hit damage, critical hit chance. So, but for the most part, the numbers are kind of along the same line. If from the ones that I picked up. So yeah, this sorry about that, allergies. But yeah, outside of the little, you know, outside of these weapons, what I also wanted to get into is the fact that, you know, this game just launched, and you know there is technical difficulties in this game. It's always like when it's almost to be expected in beta, you know what I mean? But the simple fact that when I did play PvP, like after like the first hour, I got kicked out, and then when I did get back into it, it was just laggy. I couldn't shoot nothing. I couldn't hit nothing. I was all over the place. I would get locked in place shooting at the top of buildings. And sometimes I would run up into a scenario and get stuck, moving erratically without even touching the controller, and I'm just getting shot and unable to, you know, respond to the people that are shooting me. It was almost like if I just kept, you know, getting caught up in a time loop or something. And that's the only thing I could really say bad about this game, is the fact that it's so freaking laggy. Right here, and this will be like the best times I had with this game. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good game. I'm just saying, as far as like technical difficulties, this had none at first. Maybe you'll see like little bits and pieces of it starting to go that way, but for the most part it was like really clean. The missions went smoothly. I mean, I got dropped once, but the missions went smoothly. But when I went back to the open world, that's when the lagging really started to kick up. And then when I finally went into skirmish again, it was beyond anything. I had to stop my stream twice, and I haven't even went back on, just due to that fact that the lag is just that bad, almost giving me you know, motion sickness. You know what I mean? You'll see in this, and it's gonna come to an end. But this, basically, I just want to put this video out there, and you know, let people know that, you know, you might experience technical difficulties, but for the most part it's to be expected in the beta. So this is nothing really negative to say about the game. I'm just upset at the fact that, you know, that I got killed so many times in skirmish and was unable to fight back due to all these technical difficulties. But I'm assuming by the time the second part of the beta comes out, which I'm guessing is the open beta, these will be taken care of and you won't have to deal with it. But for anybody that's on there that wants to jump on, let me know. Send me a message. I am Off the God on PS4, and let's get some Division in. And on that note, you agents, enjoy the rest of your day and tell me what you think about this beta. And on that note, like I said, Moth OP, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out.